So as we sit in our energy body, as we connect deeper into this source, whether it be for the first time or coming back to it again, or remembering that we're always there, and understanding ourselves a little bit further. And every time we do this, we understand ourselves even a little bit more. The awareness of the energy body is the beginning of part 1, and it's the first full exercise, not the Kundalini exercise. But when we're becoming aware of our energy body, we are becoming aware of what is around us, what is interacting with us. And as we move through the exercises, it allows us to fully understand, this is where we started, this is where we were. And as we focus on our energy body in moments outside in nature, at moments in work, at moments talking to our friends and loved ones, in moments having hard situations in our life, we can tap in just a little bit further and a little bit more to ourselves. So in our awareness, which is where we begin, we allow ourselves to connect to not just ourselves, but the source of energy of all. We're connecting deeper into who we truly are, who our truest self is. This energetic body. The only thing that is guaranteed to us is energy. When we have this body, this physical form, we don't keep that forever. The exchange of that body is going to go back into the soil, just as it came out of our mother and existed for the time it did. And it goes back into the soil and deteriorates. And even the bones that last a long time will eventually deteriorate. So our energy will continue on into our next life. The psychic abilities, the internal resonance that we feel when we touch something that doesn't impede us in any way, that wakes us up, that part of our soul, that part of our being. And this is the connected nature. This is what we truly are. When I was creating these exercises, I thought, what is the easiest way that I can teach people how to connect with their energy? And grounding into the space and going deeper, scanning through the body, and then going into the earth, and then coming back up from the earth. We're being reborn. The first time that we experience that energy coming up into our bodies and going outwards and extending out, we're being reborn. We're existing again. We're awakening just a little bit more. And every time we do some exercise of this nature, or we enact it in the real world, we're waking up just a little bit more to that. Even now, in my almost 2 decades of doing this work, I wake up just a little bit more. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's granted. It's granted, because even as, people who have been meditating their whole lives can see astral beings perfectly in another dimension, and have communion with them. They might be in their 50s, 60s, 70s. And even though they can do that, they're still waking up just a little bit more. So the awareness, as we all start at awareness, we're only as aware as we allow ourselves to be. And then we're only as aware as we're granted to be in that time. So we continually are connecting our awareness to a deeper and deeper level. There's nothing wrong with that. Where you are now is where you are. Where you're going to be is where you're going to be. As Jon Kabat-Zinn says, wherever you go, there you are. Well, here we are in this moment together. And there's nothing wrong with that. So, when we're becoming aware how we use this, we can use it in our daily lives. We can become more aware of every moment. And whatever moment we choose to be more aware of, that's where you need to start. It's like, I'm going to be more aware of my energy here, or the energy here, or where I am here, or how I feel here. What is around me? What is leeching off my energy? And we'll get deeper in the exercises, being able to actually protect or connect deeper to these energies. and how we become more aware and understanding. And the whole practice is awareness, because even though I'm giving you these exercises, they're going to open you up to other things. And I hope that people would take these and go further, because I'm not going to teach you everything that you can know. I'm going to teach you what I can teach you, and what I'm going to teach in the broadest way that's going to allow people to understand. Your awareness is opening up so that you can go deeper into your own awareness. That's the Gnostic way. We're allowing ourselves to have experiential knowledge, this knowledge coming from a higher source. We're just connecting deeper into the source so we can gain more from it. And it's not a take mentality, but it's allowing us, to receive, because there's nothing wrong with receiving. So this exercise is a great primer for this work, and it allows you to open up and start to become more aware of the work we're doing and the work that's going on within us that we don't, we already know it's already happening. We just don't understand it to the level that it really is. And even now, we might not understand that fully. We might not fully know, in that moment, what's going on when we feel something or think something. It's about trying to remember and trying to connect lines and trying to understand, this is who I am and this is where I am and this is what I feel. So awareness is where we start, and awareness is honestly where we end. When we die, we're becoming aware of something else and going out of our bodies. So we're just following that trail onwards and onwards, that path that leads us further and further. We're becoming more and more aware. So in this work, we become more aware, and in this exercise, that's what we're doing. We're becoming aware of the energy surrounding us, the energy in our bodies, and the ability to discern what that is. I suggest not taking drugs or doing any sort of drinking or anything when doing these exercises. Your focus should be on the work itself and becoming aware of that naturally without any other heightened states or heightened arousals of any sort. So that's just a little caveat there. So I hope you enjoy the next exercise, and that's what I have to say about that one. I would like to say that if you can experiment this a little bit in the real world, try to take note of situations and write them down if you have in your phone, or just take a mental note and write down a little experiment of I did this and I noticed this, or like go into a place that you don't normally go into and try to sense the energy, and then go to a place you're comfortable with and sense the energy there, and take note of those two different places. Just small little experiments like that and exercises, and just focus on the work and sit in nature, touch a tree, feel the energy of this thing, So just focus on the work and just try to apply it to wherever you can. This is Hey I'm Neshama, and if you don't know what this is and you just came upon this is the Not Your Cult's Energy Work course. It's on my YouTube page, freeoccultcourses.com, free occult courses. A little slip of the tongue there. Free occult courses, and you can. This is the first course that I'm offering for free, and it is the Not Your Cult's Energy Work course. It's based on my book, Not Your Cult's Energy Work. And if you want to support me, there's many ways to support me. You can buy the book. There's places to donate on my YouTube page. There's Buy Me a Coffee, and there's also a direct line to my Square. I also offer services on Etsy and mentoring if you're really into that. So if you want to keep this coalition going, this experience that I'm doing, this experiment of free occult courses, there's many ways to help it out. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the next exercise, and I hope this helped. Thank you.